Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be taking a look at the Samsung Notebook Odyssey, and this is a 15.6 inch display laptop. So this laptop has somewhat of a thin design, as you can see here. It has red accents, the logo on the back. I guess that is the Samsung logo. Maybe that is the Odyssey logo that they're using for this particular laptop. As you can see, the bottom of the laptop, we do have what looks like some sort of maybe a speaker. Now, just quickly looking at the other pictures of this laptop, it does have some nice red accents there with the Samsung logo. Looks pretty sturdy. Let's take a quick look at some of the specs here and see what we will be getting for $1,200 if we were to get this laptop. So the operating system is Windows 10 Home. Then we have the 7th generation Intel Core i7, that is the Kaby Lake processor, the Core i7 7700HQ. That is a very powerful processor, mobile processor, running at a speed at 2.8 gigahertz and turbo boost all the way up to 3.8 gigahertz. 6 megabyte cache, which is quite a bit, especially when comparing to the underpowered Core i7s, which can usually be found in the thinner laptops that usually have about 4 megabytes of cache. Then we have, let's see here, we have the 15.6 inch display, full HD, it's full high definition. 1920 by 1080, so that is a really sharp resolution, and in my opinion that is the best resolution for this size laptop. You don't really want anything much higher than that, just because it will be using unnecessary resources. Look, unless you're doing a bunch of photo editing or video editing, you don't really need that sharp display that you get with a 2K or 4K display. 1920 by 1080 is really enough if you ask me, but that is just my opinion. So we also have the kit of 2 times 8 gigabytes, so we have 16 gigabytes of RAM on this particular laptop, and that is a lot of RAM. That is a good amount of RAM for editing your videos. You can totally get away with 8 gigabytes, but 16 gigabytes really gives you that edge. And the RAM is actually the latest generation RAM, which is DDR4. Then we do have a 1 terabyte hard drive with a 128 gigabyte SSD. That must be an M2 SSD. So about the SSD, what I'm thinking is they most probably put the Windows 10 operating system on there to get that extremely fast startup into Windows 10. And of course the regular 1 terabyte hard drive for the regular storage. Now I'm not sure if that's a 5400 RPM or a 7200 RPM. I will need to definitely check that out. Now this is a gaming laptop. It's got the NVIDIA GTX 1050. And that is a very powerful mobile video card. Now it's obviously not as powerful as the GTX 1080, which is actually the best within the laptop video cards, but it's still very good. It definitely beats the 960, which you will find in a lot of laptops. My current laptop actually uses a 960, and it is a gaming mid-range to high mid-range gaming laptop, but this laptop that has the NVIDIA GTX 1050 definitely beats the 960, and it would classify as a higher-end gaming laptop. Now taking a look at some of the minor specs of this laptop, we have stereo speakers, we have the 720p webcam, 802.11ac wireless card, HDMI out, headphone jack, memory card reader, Bluetooth 4.1, and within the USB ports we have one USB 3.0 port and shockingly 2 USB 2.0 ports. Now I'm actually shocked at this because we have a Type-C out there today, which is USB 3.1 generation 2, and then we have USB 3.0, which is generation 1. Now, this is already 2 generations behind, so I'm actually shocked that they're still using this in the newer laptops. Now, so far, if there would be any con within this laptop, I would have to say that 2 USB 2.0 ports, that would be one of the cons so far of this laptop. And now moving down, we have the AC adapter, which is 120 watts. And this laptop is claimed to have up to 9.5 hours of battery life. I would have to say that this, you won't get more than 3.5 hours if it's claiming 9.5 hours of battery life without it being plugged in. Now this laptop does weigh 5.5 pounds with the battery, I suppose. I'm not sure how they weigh this. Sometimes they weigh it without the battery, but it is, the weight over here says 5.5 pounds. And of course you do have the 1 year's standard parts and labor warranty. So overall, I'd have to honestly say that this is a really good gaming laptop. Obviously, there are better ones out there with the 1080, but this one has the 1050 and it still classifies as a higher end gaming laptop. Now the price is a little bit expensive. I mean, I have seen on a good deal day, I've seen laptops that have the 1080 that are going for the same price. But I guess the regular price pre-order, this is, I guess, I would say this is a normal price for this laptop, especially it being a Samsung. Usually Samsung laptops sell for really, really expensive. So guys, again, this is a gaming laptop, multimedia laptop, editing machine, whatever you want to call it. This is a high-powered laptop. So I think I covered pretty much everything in terms of specs. If you guys did have any questions, leave it in the comments section below. Otherwise, that is going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.